Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Watching this week's episodes of Raw and SmackDown, it struck me just how true the popular phrase is. WWE has a babyface problem. On Raw, the show's top babyfaces are Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Braun Strowman. Of those 5 names, only 2 of them, Balor and Strowman, get genuine babyface reactions. And even WWE question if Finn is currently over. Rollins and Ambrose are getting better reactions since forming as a team and reuniting the Shield, and Roman Reigns gets the loudest reactions, but the most mixed, of any guy or girl on the WWE roster. The women's division is a different story. Babyfaces Sasha Banks and Bayley get very little crowd reaction, and people pop big for Asuka's entrance, but go quiet when WWE book her in matches where she sells for a long period of time. Over on SmackDown, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton get the biggest babyface pops, but they're really the only ones. Bobby Roode's first feud with Dolph Ziggler hurt all of his NXT momentum, and people have been waiting for him to turn heel ever since he debuted on the main roster. As for the women's division, only Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Naomi are babyfaces, with the Riot Squad, Carmella, Lana, Tamina, and Natalya firmly in the heel column. On 205 Live, Jack Gallagher, one of the few cruiserweights to get any sort of reaction, he was even put in the Royal Rumble, was turned heel. But it's not just a numbers game for the WWE babyfaces that's a problem, it's also the writing behind them. Sasha Banks is a more natural heel, but WWE have made the audience ambivalent to her as a babyface. And let's not get started on the disastrous main roster run of poor old Bayley. Raw also had super babyfaces in Enzo and Big Cass, but decided to split that team up and turn Cass heel. And now Enzo is also a bad guy. Super babyface Jason Jordan, put into a storyline as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, is the latest example of a push good guy who the crowd turned against due to booking. Remember how over Jordan was as a babyface as part of American Alpha? Well, his former tag team partner Chad Gable is also a heel now. So is NXT's biggest babyface of all time, Sami Zayn. Now, Zayn's heel run has been fantastic so far, but can you say the same thing about his babyface main roster debut? Outside of his great matches with Kevin Owens, what did he accomplish? We get a lot of requests on the Wrestle Ramble for fantasy booking warfare scenarios, and a lot of them are usually based around turning someone heel. Book a Bayley heel turn, book a Balor heel turn, etc. Whenever a babyface is floundering, like Ambrose this time last year or the first half of 2017, the first response from fans is, turn them heel. And I get that to a degree. Back in 1998, The Rock's Survivor Series heel turn, which Ollie and I covered in great detail in the Patreon exclusive Wrestle Ramble Extra, turned this upper mid-card good guy into a megastar. It wasn't the first time this had worked, however, as the drowning Rocky Maivia rose through the ranks by joining the villainous group The Nation of Domination as The Rock. Rock turning heel made him a bigger babyface. What a lot of people overlook, however, is that the Survivor Series heel turn also made a huge babyface out of Mankind, who finally won the WWF Championship in early 1999 and would retire in 2000 as a good guy. The New Day debuted as babyfaces, but the dreadful writing around them turned the crowd against them. New Day Rocks quickly became New Day Sucks, but a sharp heel turn and allowing them to show more of their real-life personality turned them into bona fide babyface good guys. What seemed like a failed experiment suddenly is now one of their most popular acts. So heel turns can work for some wrestlers, but not all of them. Ollie and I have argued that a Roman Reigns heel turn would have done him a lot of good had they pulled the trigger on it earlier this year, using The Rock as the classic example. He was getting lousy reactions and the constant pushing of him down fans' throats, including the ill-advised number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble and retiring The Undertaker at WrestleMania in a boring match, made people resent him. However, WWE have stayed the course, and it's paying off. Since reforming the Shield, Reigns has been getting much better reactions, and his Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge, where he can have the best WWE match on TV every single week, is a great way to show doubters how good he is in ring. Sometimes A heel turn just isn't the answer. Just look at John Cena. When he was getting really loud Cena sucks reactions back in 2006, 2007, 2008, and well, pretty much most of the years he was on top, everyone wanted him to turn heel. But WWE remained in their lane. And now people cheer him. It took them 10 years, but WWE made John Cena one of the company's biggest babyfaces of all time. And he still sells untold amounts of merchandise to kids despite not being on TV that much. WWE's question shouldn't be which of their babyfaces should they turn heel next. They should be asking why do they constantly need to turn babyfaces heel? Why did they need to turn Enzo? Why are both Gable and Jordan heels? Why is Sami a bad guy? Why are fans asking for a Bayley heel turn, a Balor heel turn, a Roman heel turn? WWE are at a point in its long, illustrious lifetime where it has forgotten how to effectively book babyfaces. It can be done, and they know how to do it. NXT is swarming with babyfaces that people like. What are they gonna do when they bring up Roderick Strong? Just book him in bland feuds against Dolph Ziggler? Turn him heel too? The beloved Roderick Strong with the incredible real-life story? What about Aleister Black, No Way Jose, Ember Moon, Kairi Sane? You can't just keep turning positives into negatives because your maths comes up short. But what about Sting's missing WrestleMania match? And has WWE botched Nakamura on the main roster? Click the videos to the left to find out more. Press subscribe and support WrestleTalk on Patreon. I have been Luke Owen, and that was just my opinion.